Okay, let's talk about a subject you guys have heard about. You've heard the phrase, in fact, it's kind of funny because Tony Robbins is now finally teaching it in his dating relationship courses or relationship courses, whereas years ago when the pickup artist guys were teaching it was wrong, but now Tony doesn't. It's totally socially acceptable now. It's the same thing, and not only that, but he literally lifts it from pickup artist courses. So, which is fine, but it's just kind of funny that when he does it, it's acceptable and people pay top dollar, but when other people teach the same exact verbiage verbatim, which he copied, they're bad. So, so let me give you something different. So one of the things about me that's different from people that just copy or just repeat stuff, when you come in and take my course, I'm going to teach you what's behind the scene. Like, why is it that women... Like, why is it that you can't be the nice guy? There's an actual mating system reason. See, here's the deal. When you understand why her mating system gets triggered, why her emotional system falls in love with you, like when you understand what's going on back here neurologically, all of a sudden it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. And it makes you feel comfortable. You're like, oh, okay, like I get, because otherwise your male brain's going, that wouldn't make me feel happy. That wouldn't make me feel loved. We're different. So a lot of books, and I made a video on it recently. I don't know how long ago I've uploaded it, but not only did I study psychology in college at Arizona State and then Chico State, and also at junior college, I took some classes also. I'm an NLP trainer. I studied NLP for 12 years. And when I say studied, I mean I went to course after course. These are 3-week, 5-week, 2-week, 10-day long courses. So I did this for 12 years. NLP, Ericksonian hypnosis, timeline therapy, etc. I also began to study evolution, zoology, human behavior, female evolution, our mating system evolution. Like one of the books that I highly recommend, I'm actually looking at some of my shelves right now of books, is the author's name is Desmond Morris. If I could recommend one book to it clicks your brain to start seeing things from a different way, okay? One of them is called The Human Zoo. That's the first book that made me go, oh, no shit. And I started seeing people differently with my psychology background, also my background in NLP. See, NLP, what those trainings did for me, it taught me to look at the patterns that we're doing unconsciously, the unconscious strategies, the unconscious values. So I began to see what's behind the mask, what's behind the scenes, okay? So with all these things combined, another thing that really opened me up, body language. Get a good body language book. Okay, I've got a body language book. It's a downloadable. It's a short book. I think it's like 60 pages. It's not very long. It's called Sex Signals. It's about body language, female body language. And there's one teaching in there that'll show you, it's something that women do to men all the time, and men are like, oh, she doesn't like me. Oh, she's telling me to fuck off. When she's actually, it's like opening the door to her front yard. She's inviting you onto her lawn or into the lawn area inside the fence, but she's not inviting you into her bedroom yet. When I learned that one little technique, I was like, no shit, women do that to me all the time. So I started confidently walking up to women when they did it, and sure enough, I got their number. So buy that book. All right, so here's the deal. Evolutionary, there's a reason why women don't like nice guys. You have to understand, our mating system was not made or designed today or yesterday or 5 years ago or 10 or 20 years ago or even 50 or 100 or even 1,000 years ago. Our reptilian brain, the lower animal brain, the instinctual fight or flight brain, which is underneath the larger left and right brain, that's where our mating system is for both men and women. That's what you got to understand. That thing is what the caveman used to use. It's instinctual. It's totally instinctual. It's a program. It's instincts. It's hardwired. Okay? So here's the deal. You got to imagine, what would it be like being a cave woman? The caveman's big. He's strong. Back then, their testosterone was like 3 times our testosterone now. Those dudes were fucking tough. Their skin was thicker. They were just animals, man. When he woke up, oh, I'm hungry. He's looking across the tundra or whatever, and he sees a deer. He just got up and fucking ran a mile or 2 miles like it was nothing. Now, her testosterone, by the way, the female cave women, their testosterone was about twice females now. So the average male testosterone, I forget the word, it was like, it's around 600 to 825. I forget the measurement, milliliters or whatever it's called. Whereas now, women's is around 125 on average, or maybe it's a little bit higher than that. So if the males drops below 300, you can get cancer. You can have all kinds of problems, your things shutting down. You have to keep your levels above that. So then that's why they'll give you testosterone or whatever injections, okay? So here's my point. The caveman was like 1,200. I Googled it and I looked it up, and it's something like 1,200 minimum or 1,250. Just insane, up to about 1,800, or it's just insane amounts. So here's the deal. Here's this cave woman whose testosterone was about 220, 250, which is less than the average, than the normal male, healthy male now. If you hit 300, that's rock bottom. That is like, oh, you're in trouble. The average female cave woman was still less than fucking that, at like 220, 225, 250. They were weak. They couldn't survive on their own. And that's what you got to understand. When you understand that, like, oh, no shit. So they had to rely on that guy. Yeah. So what did this cause? It caused two things. Maybe there's a third one, but there's two things I want to point out right now. Number one, if she wanted food, she had to chase him. He runs 2 miles, she's got to kind of follow along. Now, she's going to be behind, but by the time he kills it and starts eating it, she'll show up on time for food so she doesn't starve to death. Do you understand that? And here's the deal. He just went where he wanted, and if she wanted to survive, she followed. This took thousands of years to wire into her system. This is so hardwired to follow the caveman. If you're not the one to go, I'm going to go this way. But what does the modern male do? Honey, I haven't eaten in 2 days, and there's nice, delicious food. Can I have permission to? And this is what the modern male fucking does. Is it okay if I get a job here? Is it okay? I remember this guy had his own business. Did make a lot of money, but I think he was making around 80 grand a year. He had his own house. He lived in an area where homes are, affordable if you got like a 20-year loan. But he was the, financially the head of the household. At the time, his wife wasn't even working. And I remember, because I worked with him for a while, we were at his house and we were packing up, and he goes, honey, and his voice changed. And I was like, what the hell? Like, he's always had this kind of voice around all the guys. But with his wife, his voice would change. Honey, is it okay if I go buy the new Raiders hat? Because this was the only thing that he had left. She took everything. No, you can't do this. You can't go hunting. You can't own this. You can't have, and she took away everything. And this fucking guy is begging. Is it okay if I go to the bank? She goes, for what? That's how she talked to him. If I can, so I can get some money out. She goes, for what? Just $40. And she's like, well, what are you going to get? And he goes, well, the new Raiders hat came out. The only thing he had left, the bastion of his soul, was the fucking Raiders, because that was his family thing, right? She goes, why? He goes, I want to buy the new Raiders hat. And she goes, no. He goes, oh, please. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is this? It was just bizarre. This is the modern male. Women don't respect that, and it doesn't turn them on. So number one, it is neurologically wired into her for you to go after what you want, when you want, where you want, and how you want. A young lady a while back, she was trying to make the moves on me, but I wasn't having it. And one day she goes, oh, I can't wait till I'm in college. And I'm like, why? She goes, because then I'll find a man who takes what he wants. And I went, interesting, takes what he wants, like a caveman. Right? So obviously in the modern era, we have to do it in a more smooth kind of way. But when it comes to you going after your goals and your dreams, even just going to get a burger at the burger joint, you got to go when you want, where you want, and how you want. If you're asking, I'm telling you right now, if I'm dating a woman and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go to P.F. Chang's, you want to go? She's like, well, I don't want to go there. I'm like, oh, okay, well, have a good time. That's literally what I do. They either stop seeing me real fast or they catch on real fast. Okay? That's it. I just go and do what I want. So the second thing is, the caveman was a pretty grumpy motherfucker. He had cuts, he had bruises, he was tired, he was exhausted, he was thirsty. So if you got pregnant by a caveman and all of a sudden you're stuck with a child, even if you're pregnant 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months old, or even if you have a child that's 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years old, you're not just going to go running after fucking little rabbits and catching food. You got to take care of that kid and protect it from the wolves and the whatever they had wherever they lived, coyotes and whatever, right? So it would behoove you to massage, to clean his wounds, to make him happy, to make him feel good. Why? To keep him around. Now you guys, but Mike, we live in the modern era. It's different. No, it's not. Her mating system, her reptilian system has not changed one fucking iota from the caveman era. That's when it was developed. That's why the modern male screws up, because we were raised by women that our mothers that taught us, oh, do things for women, do this for her. And the funny thing is, when you're a Mr. Nice Guy like Tony Robbins, okay, here's what it is. Tony Robbins talking to this guy, and he goes, you can't be the nice guy. And the guy looks at Tony like, what? He goes, what happens when you try to please her? And he goes, honestly? He goes, yeah. She gets pissed. He goes, exactly. He goes, you can't be the nice guy. And that's the thing. Her mating system isn't used to the caveman being nice. She's used to, now we've got to understand, this is neurological. It is in her, wired here, and it's wired into her emotional system. That system, it responds, and it's familiar with the caveman being grumpy. It gets mad, it yells, it gets pissed off once in a while. It's used to her trying to calm him down, trying to make him happy, trying to keep him around. I am telling you, here's a phrase I came up with. If she's not fighting to keep you around, she's going to leave you. The other phrase I should have, the harder you work to make her happy, the more miserable she's going to be. I guarantee it. The harder she works to make you happy, I guarantee it. You are going to have one happy cave woman. I guarantee that. Hey, this is Mike Colleen at crackedfemalecode.com. If you want to learn more, buy my book, Cracked Female Code, at crackedfemalecode.com. See ya.